All right, what's up, guys? Matt here. We're back at the bench table doing more of a table talk show and tell here on Floatants. You can see in the cup, we have a few soggy flies. We have some dry flies that are, still fresh right now. And we're going to talk about application of different floatants here. So first and foremost, all of our gel floatants that you're going to see over here, it's our Royal Gel, Loxa, Aquel. So everybody loves this guy. He's awesome. It's a chubby. The way that I like to work this is I just get a small pea-size amount of floatant on my finger, and I'm going to kind of spread it out on my finger, and then I'm going to make sure to deeply work that into the fly. This isn't something that you just want as a surface treatment. You want all of the fibers to get worked in with this. And this is where you're going to coat everything. We're going to make sure to get underneath and cover all of the material really well. That tiny little pea-size amount of floatant is going to do this whole fly. And at the end, we're going to work on dressing the fly. If you have a little comb, that works great. So at this point, we're ready to float nice and high. Now say that, we've been through this guy and he's starting to kind of ride. He's a little sad. If you get to the point where your flies are sinking, you need to dry him off a little bit, so forth. We'll grab this guy. He's a little smaller. I have him tied on. Inner easy dry. This is like fly fisher's equivalent of a food dehydrator. So what you see is we're just shaking. The desiccant inside is removing all of the moisture from the fly. It was previously sitting down below. So now at this point, we have a completely dried fly. We can pick from any of our floatants that we want to work with. So say if we take something like fly dip here, and we dip this guy in there, and we just give it the slightest little dry off. A few false casts works as well. And the next time that you present that guy back out there, he is riding nice and high, everything's sitting up, fly's working exactly the way it's designed. If you're more of a dry shake kind of guy, top ride, you can actually just drop that whole pre-wetted fly straight into the top ride, shake it up real well. You can hear the desiccant beads are sucking the moisture out. Everything's working. This is always the fun part. This guy kind of comes out and he looks like a snowman. So you're going to want to give it just a slight little blow off of all the stuff. And now that fly is going to sit nice and high again. That's just a few different ways of applying stuff. And like I was showing you guys earlier, we'll drop this little CDC guy in there as well. This is kind of like a CDC or merger pattern. It's got a trailing shuck off of it. And I really just want that wing. So what I'm going to do is actually work this down completely, get all of that floatant into the wing section. I'm not applying any to the body. So when you drop your fly out there, again, you're going to be sitting nice and high, the wings floating up. So those are just a few little quick tips on how to add floatant to things. We sunk this guy, we revived this guy. Always apply to a dry fly.